with Rafael Lovato. He's used to a lot of positions that anyone from the guard can present to him. And Rader, one of the top U.S. This is basically a battle between the top U.S. grappler against one of the top Brazilians. So be very interesting to see. We got Scott Nelson here commentating with me from OTM Fight Shops and OnTheMat.com. Scotty, what do you think of this match?
I think this is a great matchup. Both of these guys are really exciting. Rader likes to play the top, and he's a wrestler. And he's got a guy that really loves to play the bottom game. So, that Rader working with Lovato is really good at strategies. So, oh, look at that. Almost an arm lock right there. I mean, really good at strategy. So I know that they planned out some strategy for this match. And I think that Rader's been doing really well with his strategies throughout.
How about that guard of Samuel Braga, man? It's so frustrating because he keeps spinning out, trying to get up, but then he's loosening out that far leg, attacking with arm lock omoplata, but it's almost like impossible to pass because he recomposes, but also because he keeps trying to sweep, but also because he's got submission attempts. So it's like that's got to be one of the most frustrating things. It's almost like Rader should just stand and wait for him to stand up because he's got the advantage, but at the end of the day, he can't retreat because he's going to get deducted. So I don't know. This is going to be tough. Rader's got to try to instill his game and try to press his game on Braga, but Braga is just so damn good. It's going to be real hard to do.
The thing that really impresses me with Braga with his guard is that he makes it look so effortless. He's really not wasting a lot of energy, but he's at the same time his opponents are just very frustrated and having to work very hard in order to try to pass his guard. So they're wasting a lot of energy. I mean, for instance, in the Fowler fight, Fowler was really taking it to him, and at times it didn't even look like Braga was breathing hard.
I noticed even some of the leg lock attempts. Samuel was just he just his face didn't even change. He just kind of shrugged everything off. So, I mean, I know I've never really seen Samuel in any non-IBJJF competitions, but he seemed right at home whenever there was heel hook attacks. He had an answer for every single one. So it was really cool to see. I mean, he is one of the best in the world for sure, but he's transcending into submission grappling. Very, very good, and best in the world for many reasons. And he's got a really tricky guard. This is a sick matchup. So whoever wins this, I guess, will be fighting Celcinho potentially, right? So this will be very interesting. We'll see what happens. I know Celcinho and Samuel, they know each other, but they're not really teammates. So it'll be kind of a real cool match to see, and we'll see what happens here. Rader now, but Rader stacking, taking. Whoa, beautiful! Switching up to.
Is he gonna go for the electric chair? Where is he going with this? Oh, he might have a calf slicer. He might have a calf slice there.
Eddie Bravo going
wild.
wild.
Have a calf slicer on there. Oh my gosh, man! Braga is just taking this. This is amazing. God, look at his face. It's gotta hurt. My knee would just explode just looking at this. I think he's gonna tap. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Samuel switching up to an arm lock here.
What a defense. What a defense here. This is amazing. Look at his knee. Man. This is some high-level jiu-jitsu, guys. Some of the best you're ever going to see anywhere in the world. We're really thankful for the guys that put this together. We hope to see more events like this. Wow, submission on submission. This is crazy. Who's going to tap first?
If Samuel Braga gets this arm lock, that is insane. His leg looks like it's going to bust, but he's able to pull off an arm lock. This is crazy. Eddie Bravo's freaking out in the front row, calling for every 10th-minute move he can. This is awesome.
Both those guys are probably saying, what is Eddie saying? I don't know what any of his crazy moves are. Oh, wait, he's backed up. He let go of the arm. God, you can just see his face strain. This is amazing, guys. This is amazing. Rader's ready going for the back now.
It's almost like you can get the twister from that position. Win, lose, or draw, Justin Rader is taking it to Samuel Braga, and Samuel Braga's legs have got to be messed up. Now he's again.
With the calf slice. Wow, man.
Samuel Braga does not look like he wants to tap in this.
No way. With $10,000 on the line, nobody wants to tap here.
Justin Rader once again. He's got to defend that arm. This is crazy. Justin Rader could win this. Could be in the finals against Celcinho.
He could go for a banana split right here or an electric chair. And the twister. The twister, if he can get around that leg, he does have a chance to get the twister on. I'm not sure if Braga knows that.
For the last Ultimate Absolute, we had a banana split by Vinny Magalesh against Daniel Gracie, I believe. Who knows, we may have another one. But how sick was that back take into this position by Justin Rader, Scotty?
This is amazing. Great jiu-jitsu. I mean, Rader has just come up so much. There we go. Wow. Wow, this is just great. Look at that. Strong hands. They both love it. Man, this is great jiu-jitsu.
You know what? This is what's awesome about submission grappling and jiu-jitsu. These guys are high level, taking it to each other, trying to tear each other's limbs off, and they're, like Samuel Braga slapping hands, like saying, respect that. That was pretty crazy. I wonder if that pressure on Braga's legs is going to play into a factor of his guard now. Like, he could have weakened his legs tremendously, but you know what? If it goes to an overtime or if it goes to sudden death and there's no points scored, Rader definitely is up on the judges' score because he's got the first big submission attempt of the match. So this is crazy. Once again, we have the best American guy against one of the best Brazilians. So this is a really, really cool thing. Rader was able to beat Ryan Hall, and now he's facing, one of the best guards in the jiu-jitsu game in Samuel Braga.
Yeah, this is some great high-level jiu-jitsu guys, man. I'm almost speechless. I don't even know what to say. I just want to watch.
I think if they go standings, Braga's probably going to be limping, and that's when Rader's going to be able to take him down. But we'll see what happens here. This has been sick tournament so far. Rader doing such a good job, very strategic. He's been fending off everything. Very, very good job by Justin Rader.
Like to see him put him back in the middle. There we go.
Once again, we have some very experienced referees. Joe Capizzi overseeing the match right now. He competes as well, so that's very important. We have a guy that competes in IBJJF competitions a lot, so he knows what's going on and he knows the rules very well. Justin Rader back to the action now. Justin Rader forcing a double underhook under the leg pass there, but Braga's legs so flexible. His guard is insane. This is a pretty intense match.
Obviously, his limbs are made out of rubber after seeing that calf slice be put on so hard 2 different times, and he didn't submit to that.
Yeah, my legs hurt just from watching that shit. That was crazy. To be able to come out of that, he didn't even try to adjust the position. He just kind of took it, and then, attacked Rader as well with an arm lock, which is crazy. But we'll see now. Now where he's back into his favorite position, so anything could happen here. Rader's got to push the pass. Not too sure what the score is. I don't even think anyone's really scored except for the submission attempt. So once again, back to the edge of the mat. And the thing with Rader is he's not fleeing the submission attempts. But a lot of the submission attempts just so happen to end up at the edge of the mat. So sometimes he's getting out like that, but it's not that he's fleeing, so he's not really going to be penalized. It just so happens to end up that way. So if he was rolling continuously out of heel hooks, trying to flee the mat, he would be penalized. He'd be warned, then a negative, and then he'd be DQ'd. But it's just not happening. I think if anything, the other guys are sort of edging towards the back. Rader now once again with that underhook pass, pressing, trying to get him all over, maybe to get that that position, that banana split position again, maybe to take the back.
Yeah, Rader's really trying to flip him over and get him out of that guard. Here he goes again into that same, we call it the ninja roll at Mark Lehman's. He could be looking for a twister right here or the banana split. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate that foot in the face. This is great jiu-jitsu, guys. Not only the referees and the rules have been great, we have a great crowd here today. It's just been an amazing day of jiu-jitsu.
Rader back on that. This is crazy. What a matchup. What a matchup. Very good job. We've had some amazing submission grappling matchups. These look like, some of the best competitors from all over the world. Samuel Braga, I don't know if he's limping or he's just crawling because his legs busted up or if he's just tired. But, props to him, man. He's been doing a great job in this tournament, and Rader's been shrugging off everyone's submission attempts.
Rader's back on top. Braga's actually been pretty good on top. He did really good against Mike Fowler when he was on top, and he must really love his guard because we haven't really seen him try to play any top game yet in this matchup. And Rader certainly is used to being in this position. He fought an absolute battle in the 2011 IBJJF Nogi against Cobrinha. He also had a fight recently in Grappler's Quest where he actually beat Jeff Glover. Jeff Glover, probably the only guy missing from this tournament that we would have really liked to have seen, and Cobrinha in here too.
I think a lot of those guys, Glover, Copria, we had a lot of guys that were invited, Barrett Yoshida, JT Torres. Like I said before, we pretty much invited every single guy out there in the lightweight division or could make the division. But unfortunately, not every guy can make every tournament. And, props to the guys that stood up, stepped up. And I know Jeff Glover is probably watching this at home, and I know that, he's keeping an eye on the guys in this division because Glover had an amazing showing at ADCC. And, with Rader beating Glover, this is very interesting to see. Who knows if Rader pulls off the win and wins the whole competition. Maybe we could have a super fight in the future between Jeff Glover and Justin Rader, which would be a cool rematch and a very good match to see. Getting back to the action here, Samuel Braga, leg lock attempt once again. Justin Rader spinning out just enough to get out of the technique. Justin Rader is just looking super slick at his defense. It's... he's got Rafael Lovato, one of the best American jiu-jitsu athletes. Oh, and the time goes to an end.